Baseball tryouts are coming up. In this video, let's talk about some important tips to help you have your best tryout and give yourself the best chance to make the team. All right, so if you're new here, I'm Coach Blewett. I'm a former pro pitcher. And look, I absolutely hated tryouts as a player. Never got old, or never got better. I hated them from the beginning of my career to the end of my career. So I have a lot of empathy for players who are going through tryouts because I just know how much they suck, how anxious they make you feel, and how easy it is to feel like I'm not going to get to show my best self because I only get 10 ground balls, or we only do 2 days of practice and there's like 100 kids running around. It's a hard situation. So some of these tips today are physical, some of them are mental, but all of them I think are important for helping you kind of cut through the noise and show yourself in your best light. So number one, don't try harder. And what I mean by this is you've been practicing all winter, you've been preparing in the best way that you could, and now you're here. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to suddenly hit for a ton of power if you're not a power hitter. Don't suddenly try to throw 5 miles per hour harder than you do. Point being, stay within yourself. Just go out there and do what you're capable of doing. Usually when you try harder, especially in baseball, you just get worse. You become more tense, you become robotic, you try to control your delivery, you try to control your mechanics, and guess what? Then you lose your fluidity, you're not as powerful, you're not as explosive. You always play your best when you're loose. So don't try harder to be someone that you're not, or to be 10% better than you usually are. Who you are as a player today is going to have to be good enough, so just relax and be yourself. Number two, do all the little character things right. Show up early. You don't have to be there an hour early, but get there well before start time. Hustle, say hello to your coaches, be nice to the other players. Do all the little things that make you look like a personable human. Even if you're faking it, I hope you're not faking it. I hope you are a good person and you have these good, baseball character traits. But like at the end of the day, be a little bit nicer, be a little more outgoing, cheer on your teammates even though they're competing against you. They will see it when you relax and you slow down and you start to jog or you start to walk. They notice all that stuff. Again, when you have these big tryouts where there's not a lot of gap between players, they're looking for little things. And they want to see which kids are just faking the hustle. It's all eyewash, right? So hustle your face off, be a good citizen, get there early, say hi to your coaches, act like you really want to be there. Number three, when you're in a tryout situation, you're going to make mistakes. Don't expect yourself to field all 10 ground balls perfectly. Don't expect yourself to hit 10 line drives in a row in your BP swings. Understand that you have to have realistic expectations for yourself still, even when you're in tryouts. Like, you're not competing with 100 kids who are all going to have perfect tryouts. You're still going to hit some balls in the batting cage. You're still going to miss a ground ball or two in the infield. You might get beat on a fly ball in the outfield, whatever it is. Pitchers, you're not going to throw 100% strikes. You're not going to throw, if you get to throw 8 curveballs, not all 8 of them are going to be your sharpest, best version. So be prepared to live with yourself being less than perfect at tryouts. And the way you do this is remind yourself, hey, I don't have to be perfect. I just need to do what I'm capable of doing. And when I make a mistake or I throw a really crappy hanging curveball, I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to try to focus and make the next one as best I can. If I make an error in front of everyone, I'm going to take a breath and I'm going to focus hard on getting the next one. That's all you can do. So don't let mistakes ruin your tryouts. The way a mistake can ruin your tryout is if you then start to throw a fit about it, or you pout, or you let your head go down, or you just start to show all that negative body language that coaches don't want to see. Just like in a game, you make a mistake, you have to brush it off and go to the next one. All right. So be really careful about your body language when you don't perform your best at tryouts. Real quick, if you want to get more VIP baseball content, click the join button below and learn about my channel memberships where you can get access to hundreds of more non-public videos right here on YouTube. My next tip for having a great tryout is to make sure you're rested and make sure you've got good, nutritious food in your stomach. Good quality nutrition and good quality sleep are very important. Tons of research corroborates this, that if you want to have your best reaction times, you want to have your best athletic performance, really good nights of sleep and really good healthy food are going to help you do that. So lock your phone down early, get to bed sooner, wake up 10 minutes early if you have to, get a healthy breakfast in you and pack some food for the day, because you don't want to show up at tryouts sleep deprived and hungry. Give your body the sleep and the nutrition it needs to perform its best. Lastly, lean on your self-talk when you're nervous at tryouts. You're going to be nervous. You're going to be anxious. You'll probably be playing tight and playing just really stiff for a while. That was always how I was. Lean on your self-talk when you get into those situations where you're wondering, how am I going to stick out in this environment with all these other kids running around, all of whom are pretty good and close to my same ability? Talk to yourself. I don't believe in all this stupid rah-rah stuff, but in my head, I would say, hey, you're prepared. You've had a great off season. You've done all your work. You've got a good curveball. You've got good mechanics. You can do this. I would remind myself of authentic things that reminded me that I had come here to play and that I had the ability to hang with this team, right? I did make lots of different teams at lots of different levels. And I always use self-talk as a tool, even before I really knew it was a tool, just to remind myself, you belong here, Dan. You can do this. Stop worrying so much. You put in tons of work. You're ready. Just go do the thing that you've been training yourself to do. Lean on your self-talk when tryout time comes. It can help you get over the hurdle from that anxious state into your relaxed, loose, having fun playing baseball or softball state. All right. That's the kind of mindset that you want to be in, where you can be loose and relaxed and have a little bit of fun, even though you're being constantly judged by your coaches. Tryouts are a really tough time. Again, my heart goes out to you if you're running into high school baseball tryouts in the next couple of weeks. It's hard. It never really gets that much easier. You have to continue to, lean on your mindset and your preparation to get you through this. You are who you are, so don't try to be someone better all of a sudden. Just do what you know how to do. Lean on your preparation and your routines and your mindset to have the best tryout you can. All right. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the join button below where you can become a channel member and get access to hundreds of member-only videos. Check out my books, my online courses, lots of other resources to help you as a coach, parent, or player. Thanks again, and I'll see you here in the next video.